The following portion of Ozarks Fox AM is sponsored by Teague Roofing Plus.
You never know what kind of weather you're going to get in Missouri. And sometimes you might need roof replacement. And how about checking out Teague Roofing Plus? Josh Chesmer, so good to see you.
Well, thank you for having me this morning.
Okay, so I'm curious to know, you're the owner of Teague Roofing Plus?
Yes.
And with Missouri weather, we get a lot of storms. We get a lot of windstorms. We get hail. How do you know if you need a new roof?
Well, you know, that's something that you can't really tell from the ground. As a roofer, we hear a lot, well, you know, I looked at my roof, it looks fine. Well, that's not something you can just see when you're standing in your driveway or standing in your backyard or something like that. You really need someone who can get up there. I suggest a professional because roofs can get steep, you can fall off them, things like that. You know, you want to get up there, you want to look. We're looking for, when it comes to hail and stuff like that, we're looking for bruising. Best way I can explain it is if you've ever picked up a tomato in the supermarket or something, and someone's dropped it and it's kind of soft in spots. That's what we're looking for. You know, you may not be able to know, you may not see what it is unless you know what you're looking for. And, you know, that's things because those soft spots are going to eventually start leaking.
I was going to say, if your roof is leaking, is that too late? Like, obviously, that's a sign if your roof is leaking, but there could be signs leading up to that to prevent water damage inside the house then.
Oh, yeah, I know. So you know, what I've always said is by the time you see a brown spot in the inside of your house, your roof's probably been leaking for about a year.
Wow.
That's because you've got 18 inches of insulation in your attic, you've got to go through all the felt, you've got to go through all of that. You know, it takes time for it to actually get to the sheetrock and damage it. So you definitely want to be proactive and get someone out there inspecting it, because you talk about the weather. In Missouri here, we have mornings that are 20 degrees and 80-degree afternoons. That causes what we call a pop nail, and the nails will work their way back out, and they will start leaking, and it doesn't seem like a big deal, but again, about a year after it starts leaking, you're going to see a huge spot on the inside. Then you're going to be talking about sheetrock damage and all of that.
By the way, you just answered a huge question for me because I've seen that on my roof, the pop nails. Had no idea what caused that. That's because of the drastic temperature changes.
Yes, it is. It just works its way back out. Maybe it didn't hit the wood quite right, whatever else, and so it's just expansion and contraction.
Okay, so if I called you out to look, like maybe I'm thinking there was a huge windstorm, I see something that looks maybe askew, maybe there's hail damage. Can you also just do repairs instead of a whole new roof?
We can. First off, if you call us out, it's a free inspection every time. You know, anytime you call us out, we're going to come out, we're going to do a free inspection. We're going to look, we're going to take pictures of the entire roof. There are roofs that we cannot repair that are just so bad that, you know, it's just not a good idea to repair them. But yeah, if there's just a pop nail, a few pop nails, you know, if there's a torn shingle, you know, something like that, we can usually fix it. There are things that go into that we've got to look at before we say that. But we can do minor repairs, we can do major repairs, or we can do a complete replacement. Right,
so it's better to have you come out and look at it first to understand what the depth of maybe, like you said, the replacement or just repairs to that roof.
And like I said, with us, we're going to, our inspection includes us submitting over pictures to you that you can look at and everything else. So we're not trying to hope that we're not making up something about your roof. You can actually look and see, hey, you know, I know where that spot is on my roof. It's, you know, and it's damaged. So
what is the scope of the repairs that Teague Roofing Plus does?
So again, as far as roofs go, we replace missing shingles, we replace damaged shingles, pop nails, flashing around chimneys, flashing around walls. We'll do anything with that. You know, again, with the Teague Roofing Plus, we also do repairs on gutter, siding, soffit and fascia, windows, anything with that.
Oh, wow. That's a game changer, because that's a lot that you could get done if we do happen to have one of those storms, just called Teague Roofing.
Yeah, so we can come out and look at all of it.
Yeah, so what is the area you serve here in the Ozarks?
So we try to stay around a 55-mile radius, but we'll go all the way out to Lebanon, we'll go to Bolivar, we'll go to Branson. You know, we obviously service anywhere in between that. Mount Vernon, you know, anywhere in that area, those areas.
That's so good to know, because, you know, Missouri weather is unpredictable. Like you said, we got a 30-degree morning to an 80-degree day. So if somebody has questions and maybe wants that free consultation, how do they get in touch with you?
There's multiple ways they can. They can go to our website at teagueroofingplus.com. They can call us at 417-883-6977, or they can come visit us at our office at 6149 West US Highway 60. I will say in Brookline, Missouri. We just got our building, and we are getting ready to tear it down and build a new one.
Oh, well, congrats on that.
Thank you.
So don't wait until it's too late. So you see that dripping ceiling? No, don't wait. Give Teague Roofing Plus a call today. Thanks so much, Josh.
Thank you so much.
The preceding portion of Ozarks Fox AM was sponsored by Teague Roofing Plus.